stopping us now. You cannot wipe the smile off the faces of us tonight. Get stuck in, Super Kev, even on the intro. Are you ready, Gunners?
Go.
Let's go!
It's a celebration.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the discussion doors. The next stop is Highbury Squad.
Take it in. Take a look at the picture. To all of those gooners out there and journalists who were ripping this fella a brand new golon, as we say in Greek, Mr. Lacazette, I don't know if I've been happier for any Arsenal player to have an impact on a game the way you did tonight. Gunners, can you hear me? Critics, can you hear me? Is anyone out there who can hear me? Hi, it's Lacquer, can you hear me? Super Kev. Don't check the score, Kev, we won.
No,
Welcome back to the show, my podcast brother from another mother. I'm all over the place, Super
something
Kev.
come up on my screen, I didn't even know. Squaddies, I'm going to say at ease, but at buzzing ease.
Good evening, everyone in the house. Oh, you can hear me tonight, huh? No problem with the sound. Absolutely. I tore my neighborhood apart. I actually ran out of my house and I ran right and then I ran left and my neighbor was walking her dogs and the children. And she's like, Soph, are you okay? Where are you going? And I was just like, yeah!
I'm buzzing.
Vinny and Vespa were like, Mummy, what's going on? Are you okay? So I just gave them a bone as a treat to chill them out. Because I'm like, Super Kev, what a comeback.
I'm gonna make a statement here, Soph.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut, Kev. Go.
Soph, that was our best win of the season. That one, bar none. You know why? Wolves have not lost from being in that position. Wolves are a challenger, obviously, for that top four space. They obviously in the lead. First half, we didn't play well. But you know one thing that happened, Soph? Everybody participated. Everybody played a part. And in a meaningful game, which we usually mess up, don't we, Sophie? We usually shoot ourselves in the foot. That back pass, you know, it kind of shot us in the foot. But what? We showed the character. We showed the tenacity. We showed the desire, Soph. And let's be honest, Sophie, how many times have we seen this Arsenal team come back in injury time? Now it was for all the chips in the middle of the table to do the double over that Wolves side. And we came up trumps tonight. I am absolutely buzzing for the Arsenal, for the fan base and everything. After some of the results we've seen, this was so important to win this game, Sophie. So important. Our best win of the season, Sophie.
I got too many layers on because it was really cold here this morning. I'm sweating like swine now, Kev, but I couldn't have said it better myself. Yes, even EFTV media in the house. Yes, James Johnston. Yes, everybody. And you know,
Alex Lacazette.
And Abhishek, it's 3:30 in Nepal. Yes.
Love it, Abhishek.
Absolutely. To all of our fans. No one is taking the jam out of my donut. I don't want to hear, oh, you're being positive tonight, Soph. Oh, no, you love Arteta, Soph. I love these players. I love this team. I've loved our new signings from the summer. Don't you dare come in here and try and be negative with me tonight.
Bang on. Hey, Sophie, if you're going to be negative about what happened tonight, you shouldn't be. You should. This ain't the game for you.
No.
Football is not the game for you if you're going to be negative.
No, it's strawberry jam. Always strawberry jam. Maybe when there's no strawberry, it's raspberry, Brenton. Good evening to all 260 of you
Hit the
in
like
the
button.
house. Absolutely.
Just hit the like button. Do a video. Hit the like button now, so we don't have to keep going on about it because we want to pile praise on these players.
Let's do it. Absolutely. And Magic Mike stopped stirring the pot in chat. I expect more from you. Go on, Vince. Hit it, baby boy.
That's it, Vinny. Go on, son.
And don't give me own goal. Okay? Don't give me own goal. That's Lacazette's goal. The goalkeeper parried it. Is that an own goal, Kev? I don't give a shit anyway.
Listen, it's Lacazette's goal. You don't shoot, you don't score. And it didn't touch anybody. The keeper saved it, but it went in. It's a goal. Lacazette's goal. Shut up. Stop trying to take it off him. Jeez.
Exactly. And the other thing I don't want to hear tonight is, but, Lacazette scored, but we need a new striker. I don't know why I'm doing this voice. It's the one that comes into my head. I'll think of another one as the show goes. But he did what you wanted him to do.
That's what we asked for. We asked for goals. We asked for him to step up, to be a difference maker. And that was a difference maker tonight. So that's the 3 points as opposed to dropping 2 at home. Massive for us.
Absolutely. The crowd is rising. 300 in live chat tonight already. Listen, Gooners, that first half, Kev, we'll get into the player ratings in a minute, but I want Super Kev to take the floor here. Because the first half, it's almost like, remember we talked about earlier this week, Kev, where we said, how is this team going to cope with this pressure? 15 cup finals. Most of them have never been here before, right? Arteta's never been here before. With City, he's been as the number 2, but as the man who leads the team, he's not been here before. How are they going to cope with the continual pressure between now and the end of the season? The first half, I felt we came out a little disjointed. It felt like we were nervous. It felt like a totally different team, that we had maybe a bit of a January Arsenal in the sense that we just didn't have that connectivity. Kev, tell me about what you saw in that first half, because it wasn't great.
I think Wolves looked a yard quicker. I think Wolves came into this game, obviously they've won their game at the weekend, and they came into this game probably with a point to prove, because we beat them at their gaff. They just seemed to be a yard quicker in the first half, Sophie. We didn't seem to be ourselves. We struggled to get a bit of rhythm. Although, do you know what? We put a lot of effort in. It wasn't gelling as well as it should. We are still learning about this team, Sophie. And this team are still learning about themselves at home. That's for sure. Because you know what? If they've been down this route before, then they know they've got experience to fall back on. But they're learning about themselves. We're learning about them. It's so interesting. When I'm watching, it's so interesting to see how the second half was going to go. Because the first half, we were a little loose. We just weren't there, Soph. And actually, their goal summed up the little things. Gabriel had an opportunity to play it back early, didn't take it. Then when he played it back, it was a little bit short. Ben White maybe could have blocked the Hwang going through. Hwang gets there ahead of Rambo, and he sticks a good finish in the goal, and you think to yourself, what's just happened? We weren't even really in trouble. But that's the thing, you see, Sophie. One thing we do know, these players will be tested. At times, it's not going to go our own way, Sophie. Just like first half today, it never went our way. They had a couple of chances probably to make it 2. Didn't take them. But could we dig a way back into this game, Sophie? That's the key. We've seen this Arsenal team. Let's be honest, Sophie. We've seen, not necessarily this Arsenal, but we've seen Arsenal teams of the past try, and then the opposition go down the other end and get second and third goal and kill it off. But oh no, we stepped it up in the second half. We really did. We stepped it up. We took total control of that midfield, and that's with Neves and Moutinho in there, which is their top midfield, Sophie.
Yeah.
I thought Thomas Partey was immense in the second half. I thought Xhaka was good in the second half as well. We started to control that midfield and we started to play. Erdegaard was instrumental as well. But we started to probe. And the more questions you ask, Sophie, I mean, this is the team with the second best defensive record in the league.
Yes.
And we found a way. Do you know what? This is why this is the biggest win of the season for me.
Yes. I agree with Jenny. They were very strong. Everyone's saying like this was they played really well tonight. They're tough to break down.
What's she saying? No, Super Kev.
No,
I said they were strong.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, the Wolves part being strong, Kev. A lot of people that want to ask you and have been asking you and I love we did Lone Star, brilliant. A lot of people want to ask you, what do you think, before we get to the play ratings, what do you think the turning point was in the second half, Kev? Did you see anything? Yes, I think Partey improved, Xhaka improved, but tactically, did we do anything differently? For me, the energy of the game changed when Pepe came on, and we'll get to him when we do the play ratings. But did you see any shift, or was it just energy-wise? Was it just
Well, what you got to understand is we put more players at the top end of the pitch. So when you put more players at the top end of the pitch, you're asking their defenders now, as opposed to outnumbering your strikers. All of a sudden, it's all 1v1s. You know, we're asking different questions when we load the top end of the pitch. Because normally, Lacazette will come off for Eddie, wouldn't he? And obviously Martinelli came off for Pepe and we'll just be set. But no, what did he do? He played, we loaded it at the top end of the pitch. Laka, Eddie, Saka, and Pepe. So we were front loaded. Now that causes a big problem for Wolves. Why does it cause? Because they're out of comfort zone. All of a sudden, their defenders are right. Who do I have to pick up? And you're getting interchangeable players. And I've got to say, Sophie, we've spoke about these players on this Highbury squad many times. You mentioned Pepe, but let me just tell you this: you cannot dispel the work Eddie Nketiah done for that goal. Because if you look at it, he gets through, gets to the byline and cuts it back to Pepe. And Pepe takes a touch and it's a great finish. If he's not on, we don't get that goal. So we have to give some credit where credit's due. We started to ask them a lot more questions when we loaded the top end and we got there. So Sophie, we had a lot of shots, a lot of chances in the second half.
22 shots it was, with up to like half hour left in the game, I think.
You know, we had a lot of play, but it just seemed, is it going to be our day? But you know what, Sophie? We made it our day. We made it our day. And we wanted the likes of Pepe to come on. Marlon, you're right. Come on and make a difference. Nketiah, come on and make a difference. I thought Eddie done really well when he come on. I thought Pepe done really well when he come on. That's what we need. It's just going to be a squad thing to the end of the season, so.
You're 100% right, Kev. Let's give you some stats before we get into the player ratings. Keep your comments coming. This is the show with no super chats. Everyone's comments will get up on screen. Just be patient. Bear with me. Kev, tell them tonight. There's 600 plus in live chat right now. 600. Tell them what you want.
I want 400 likes. Come on, guys. 600 of you plus. We want 400 likes. Just tap the like button. It's all right. Do a Vinny. I'll tell you what. Do a Lacazette. Just stroke it. And even if the keeper gets a hand, it don't matter. It's going to end up in the back of the net. And let me tell you, if you love what happened yesterday at Burnley,
exactly.
hit the like button. Because that's
Absolutely.
what set us up nicely for today. Come on, you Arsenal.
Definitely. I posted that in the chat. Okay, 26 shots for us, 6 for Wolves, 5 on target.
Sorry, Soph.
Yes.
I believe there's a bar bill coming your way.
Because I bought everyone in Burnley, yeah. I bought everyone in Burnley a drink.
There's a bar bill coming
So I'm going to buy everyone in London a drink tonight. But also, my humble pie oven just went up another 1 Fahrenheit. Or Celsius. What do they measure the oven in, Kev?
So Fahrenheit and Celsius, it don't matter. Sophie, It's just on a nice heat. It's set
Simmer,
for
simmer,
the end
simmer,
of the
simmer,
season.
simmer,
It's
simmer,
just
simmer.
set nicely for the end of the season.
I can't wait to eat it. I can't. It's coming. Come on. Prove. Let's be wrong. Me be wrong. But I'm gonna take a little credit for something in the play ratings, and I'm sure you may know which one. But I'm not gonna go to town because I have got a couple things wrong in the last couple weeks.
Not like you.
By the way, Super Kev, can we just say, well done for predicting the 2-1? I believe you said. I said 3-1. You said 2-1.
Yeah, I said 2-1.
Well done, Super Kev.
Listen, I'm just pleased Arsenal won. And I'm pleased, do you know what, Sophie? The way we won. I think that's the most pleasing thing of all. Coming from a goal down, 82nd minute equaliser, and then go and win it in injury time. Absolutely fantastic.
Beautiful.
Absolutely great.
Oh boy. We love messages like this, by the way. Gooner us in the 12 pins with a lot of people, I'm sure, right now having a few.
Go on, the boys. I bet that's buzzing.
I hope everyone enjoys it, for sure. Okay, so Kev, 26 shots for us, 6 for them, 5 on target for us, 2 for them, 56% possession, 44 to them, 503 passes, 405. It was a very close.
Two evenly matched teams.
That was an amazing game.
2 evenly matched teams.
83% accuracy for us on the passing, 74 for them. 8 fouls, 9. 1 yellow card, 1 yellow card. No red cards. Woo!
Kept 11 on the pitch tonight. Brilliant.
2 offsides, 5 corners for us, 4 for them. Right, let's do this. Everyone in the house, get well soon, ESR. Yeah, he's not feeling too good.
That's right. That's right.
Of course, and we will, of course, get to everything here. Gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so happy, you guys. Just bear with me, all right? I can't stand myself right now. Right, here we go. Rambo.
Do you know what, Sophie? Again, him getting that short back pass. Let's deal with that first. Him getting that short back pass. Obviously, he got caught out, and it seemed as though, what's going on? But let me just tell you something, Sophie. I think this guy is a key at the back because he is so vocal. And you know what? We don't really give ratings on his voice and his stature at the back, but he didn't really have a lot to do, if we're honest, Soph. He didn't really have a lot to do. But he's one of the driving forces from the back. A lot of the times, our fullbacks push on, and it's Ben White, Gabriel, and Rambo. Look, I'm going to give Rambo. I'm going to give him a 6, right? But solely because he really didn't have much to do. So that's all. Mm-hmm. But I still think he's a crucial voice at the back there. The way he uses the ball, etc. I think he's an excellent goalkeeper, and he's one we didn't need to perform too much tonight, Sophie, because we were on the front foot. So
it's true, because even though Wolves dominated the first half, not dominated, but they had good possession, they got into great positions, they missed 2 sitters, Kev, that could have been really bad for us.
Could have been curtains for us. So.
Yeah.
But they didn't make him work.
No, they didn't.
They missed the target and stuff. So, hey, listen. Again, at the end of the day, I give Rambo a 6.
Okay, cool. You could go through the team for us, Kev. I'm just going to put Aston Max up here. Aston, good to have you in chat. Only team to beat Wolves after going down this season. That's what I said
earlier on. Yeah.
Yeah.
They haven't lost after being in the lead, especially at half time. So, hey, you remember I said give me 15 1-0s, Sophie?
Yes, you did.
Give me 2 1s as well. I don't mind. Give me 2 1s. Look, Rambo is a top goalkeeper, and he's had his days where he's been a 9 and a 10. But today he just needed to be a 6. He didn't need to be anything other than what he was, because all the glory should go to the boys moving forward.
Exactly.
Sure.
And
what do you give him, Soph?
Well, when the chips were down, you knew that one was coming. Gooners, didn't you? I'll give him a 7. The goal he'd do nothing about. He had to take a risk to come out of his out when Gabriel made that horrible back pass. And yeah, I thought he's still, without having to do much, Kev, I totally agree with you. His presence, his stature, and the way he gets angry and annoyed and yells at everyone, you know, for me, it's a 6.57. Yeah, he does.
Keeps them on their toes,
yeah. Who's next, Kev?
Cedric, who, do you know what? No, go on, you go. You discuss Cedric for this one, and I'll come in after you.
He's been great the last couple of games, has Cedric. We can't deny that he's come in for Tomiyasu, a player that has become exceptionally popular with the Arsenal nation. And I thought today he did okay. You know, I think that he was professional. I think he had a solid game. I don't think, Kev, that he made too many mistakes.
He didn't. Sophie, he was pretty solid, if we're honest. He was pretty solid. Obviously, the goal that we conceded was a mistake by Gabriel. We know that. But I thought our defense was okay. The opposition are going to get some opportunities, Sophie. It's a game of football. We do understand that. Wolves had wayward finishing, which is fine. But I thought Cedric was decent. You know what? I think because of the level now in this team, Soph, I think Cedric's playing up.
They're all playing up, aren't they?
But whereas before he was kind of low.
Yeah.
Now, because the confidence is coming in this team, I thought Cedric is playing fine. I thought he done fine. So honestly, I really did.
I agree with Gunn here. I was worried when Neto came on and how that would play out, Kev. But I think that barring that moment where was it Neto that missed that glorious chance in the second half?
Late on, yes.
You know,
it actually was a corner, but we're not saying nothing. It did come off. It was actually a block by Gabriel, to be honest.
Do you think it felt? I watched it a couple of times. I wasn't sure, but anyway, there was one moment I think when he got skinned a little bit, but it was one moment in a 90+ minute game for me. So yeah. Hey, listen, all you can ask for, Kev, is for players to come in who aren't regular starters and just do their job.
Do their job, Soph. I thought it was fine. I give him a 7, Soph.
Cool.
Outfield player against a good Wolves side. They're a good side, Soph. I give him a 7.
Awesome. By the way, Ethelston has actually showed up in chat tonight, Kev, after the hellacious meltdown from Mr. Conte last night and his team. He's showing up and giving kudos to the Arsenal for the comeback in the second half.
Nice one, Ethelston. Respect to you.
Yeah.
Respect to you. Respect. What do you give Cedric?
I'll give him a 7.
Right. Okay. Kieran Tierney, Sophie. Kieran Tierney.
Ooh, the Braveheart. Again, I thought he had a solid game. I think that, you know, a lot of people talk about how he and Martinelli don't combine as well as when he plays with Emil Smith-Rowe, Kev. But I just felt like in the second half especially, a lot of our players just had a professional performance. You know,
stepped up a touch, didn't they?
Yeah,
stepped up a touch.
Yeah, exactly. All you can ask for, Kev, is that, you know, if you play poorly for a period of time, you get that halftime team talk. That's what I like too, is that clearly the halftime team talk did a lot of good. And I thought he was really professional. A couple of balls too much in the air maybe today would be my only criticism, because we don't have the players that can get on the end of them. But solid. A 7 for Tierney as well, Super Kev.
Yeah, I give him a 7 as well, Solve. I thought Kieran Tierney, he was... Listen, one thing we do know, he's been pretty consistent, Kieran Tierney, hasn't he? You know, since he's got back into the team, he has been pretty consistent. We needed him to support Martinelli. And I don't know if you've noticed, because Martinelli likes to kind of hug the touchline, that means that there ain't no real space for Kieran Tierney to overlap, or else he's off the pitch. So you've got to let Martinelli do his thing. Obviously, once he goes inside and then you get a roll round, Kieran Tierney comes round. But obviously Martinelli goes off. Then you start to see more of Kieran Tierney, don't you? Because obviously Saka and Pepe started there, then Saka went there, they switched over. Saka tends to move inside as well. which gives Kieran Tierney the ability to get outside. I thought because we kept putting balls in the box, we kept asking them questions, Sophie, it really told on the Wolves' defense. And they don't get the problems that they got late on. They will say, oh, it's just one of them things. But you've got to make them make the mistakes. You've got to make them be uncomfortable. And that's what we've done. And Kieran Tierney played a part. I agree with you. I'll give him 7, Soph.
Yeah, I thought nice.
he was cool going up and down that.
Ben
White. White, sorry.
Okay, 822 in live chat. Thank you, Gunners. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening here on the HIGHBURY Squad.
Arsenal, come on, boys. Hit the like button. 500 I want. Come on.
You got Super Kev here. Kev, for me tonight, I'll just say it right now, he was man of the match.
Listen, he was your man of the match, was he?
Have I said that too soon? Because it is close again with someone else, but I thought that he was... What I love is when Gabriel has a bad game, White will have a good game. When White is not that great, Gabriel will be great. And somehow it works still between the two of them, Kev. He carried the ball well out of the back. Some of his passing was, again, I think is underestimated just how good he is with the ball. I thought he was a leader tonight. Felt like he was commanding. And overall, when we needed good, forget what happened in the final third for a lot of the game, his distribution out of the back, his quality. Yeah. I loved him tonight. For me, he gets like an 8.5.
Whoa, Sophie, that's really good. Listen, I thought Ben White was very good as well. And you know what I liked because we went a goal down, we never got flustered. The two centre-halves never got flustered. Gabriel accepted it and got on with his game. He didn't fall apart, Sophie. Mm-hmm. I thought both of them were really solid. I think Ben White is so important, especially with his distribution out the back. He's very calm. He's very good. And listen, I'm gonna give Ben White a 7.5, Soph. I thought he was good, but obviously you liked a lot more than I did on the night.
It's close with him and maybe one other player as well, Kev. But you know me. I'll do a man of the match 1.0, 2.0, 3.0.
Exactly. You do that. So we get to Gabrielle, Soph.
What is she smoking? Says M. Relax. I'm smoking the Arsenal juice. Come on, Ben White was good today. Gabrielle.
That's Mr. Alex.
Oh, is it Mr. Alex? Oh, fine. I
looks
can't see.
Yeah.
Mr. Alex. Thanks, Kev. That's, thanks.
I think it is anyway.
Yeah, I thought Gabby was horrific in the first half. I thought he had one of his worst games, and you just can't make that kind of mistake at this level. But I felt like he became his beastly self in the second half. And I'm going to mark him on the second half.
No. Well, obviously, you mark him. Mm-hmm. But, what do you give him, Soph?
I'm going to give him a 7, Kev, because towards the end, his presence was fundamentally important and immense. Yeah. And it wasn't his best game for 45 minutes, but he made up for it. And I think, again, that shows the profile and the DNA of play that we have, that you can bounce back from having terrible moments and do good things.
Yeah, listen, I thought first half, don't forget, because Wolves were probably a lot more lively than us. They got on a lot of the second balls, etc. Mm-hmm. They caused us a problem. We caused ourselves the problem of conceding the goal. Obviously, the back pass was short. It didn't get cut off by Ben White, who probably thought the ball's going to get there. Rambo's in no man's land. But again, he was the match winner at Wolves. He didn't have a great first half tonight. But you know what? When it really matters, Sophie, you stay in the game and you do your job.
Yeah. You
really do your job. And I thought he stuck to his stuff. He's up against a really decent striker. And you know what? There was that time when Neto come on and he was down on the right. And Gabriel's put a tackle in. He's got up and he's made another challenge. That, for me, lifts the crowd as well. So, listen, I'm going to give Gabriel a 7. I thought normally he's 8, isn't he? That's his normal. He's around about an 8. I think he falls just below that. Obviously made the mistake. But I'll give him a 7 tonight, so.
Yeah, very nice. Very good.
Thomas Partey, Sophie. Thomas Partey.
Again, I feel like another player that came into the game in a fiercer way in the second half. Oh, by the way, remiss of me, I didn't put Benjamin's picture up, so let's enjoy that for a second, shall we? And then let's enjoy Magalash as well. Mr. Tierney, we've seen. Mr. Partey. Kev, I've always wanted him to just be consistent. I think there are times where he shot the ball and I just was like, pass the ball, dude. Stop shooting. Just please stop shooting at the goal. You were there. Kev, were you playing? Were you there when Jensen scored that goal?
Yeah, I was playing.
Yeah, you were playing. You were playing in that game. I was there that night. I don't remember much, but I remember like going...
Him running around. I told you, you know what? He never stopped telling us after that as well.
All I remember is it wasn't standing, it was seating, and I went 10 rows forward in the North Bank that night. I have a feeling when Thomas Partey nails one of those kind of goals, it's going to be one of those kind of moments. So.
And you know what, Sophie? We want it to be a meaningful goal.
A rocket.
That's what we want. No, but a meaningful goal where it's like a winner or something.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he just picks it up and he does. Listen, Sophie, I thought the battle was on in the first half to try for supremacy of that midfield. I thought him and Xhaka done just fine in that midfield. But I thought second half, we started to dominate. We really did, Sophie. And I'm going to say again, Sophie, I don't think people realize how good this Thomas Partey is, the way he controls the ball, the way he does his little moves and just lends the ball, gets it back, opens play up. I thought he was excellent second half, Sophie. I thought Thomas Partey was an 8 for me. I thought he was excellent. And you know what? When he's not there, we soon see, we don't knit this team together as well without him. He really is a top player. So I'm going to give him an 8. I'll give him an 8.
I'll give him an 8. What did I give him? Did I score him
No,
already?
you didn't say
no. I just
no.
talked about him. Yeah, there's a consistency brewing. I think it's ever since I said the party's over, Kev. It's
Keep saying it, Soph. Keep saying it. The party's over.
But yeah, this is why stop shooting and make those passes, because when he does, my goodness, he can break a defense. And the way that they're interchanging with Xhaka, like Xhaka's role now, it's Kev, it's kind of switched up a little bit, hasn't it?
It's more dynamic, isn't it? It's more dynamic. He's got to get forward a bit more now.
Yes. And that's just been incredible. 900 of you in live chat. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Kev,
Only 504 likes. Come on. How many's in chat?
900.
We need 600. We need another 96 minimum. Come on, guys. We're going for 2/3. Come on now.
I need a drink. Hold on one second, everyone. Oh, a bit of Perrier. There we go. All right. Who's next? By the way, I love the shirt. What's going on with the shirt? It's lovely. We didn't get the memo on the yellow. I love it. Oh. The eye of the tiger.
It was the Arsenal, tigerish Arsenal.
Rising up.
So, Sophie, I'm telling you, I thought, come on, Arsenal. And you know what? I wasn't wearing this first half. And I said, I'm going to change this. I'm going to wear this for the Highbury squad because I might have to brush somebody up next minute. They kept coming back. Sophie,
I love you. They're telling me I'm bougie with my Perrier and I shouldn't be drinking and podcasting. LOL. Suraj, very nice.
Stop it. So we got Granit Xhaka next.
All right. We love you too, Mr. Arsenal. Okay. So, listen. This guy. Another one. I can't hear you in the back. Even though you tried to stab me. What? In the second half, Kev, especially, he was playing like a man possessed. But a man possessed with control. And I was like, this is the guy. This is the guy that we want to see.
This is the guy we wanted to see all this time, Sophie. And I know you know my feelings on him. So
Mm-hmm.
you know my feelings on him of what he done. But he's here and he's playing. So if you're gonna play your position, do your job, and help those youngsters. I thought him and Partey. You know, we say we need that platform in midfield. We got it, especially second half, Sophie. We got Xhaka doing a bit more going forward. We got Xhaka passing it well. We got Thomas Partey linking. This is important for us. We don't get over the line. And let's have it right, Sophie. Many people are talking about Ruben Neves, quality player. Martino didn't play down there. You mentioned it. Martino, we know what a scheme on Martino is.
Mm-hmm.
They done the double over us last season.
Yeah, they did.
Now we
Payback.
get them back. We get them back. Granit Xhaka, I thought was excellent in the second half. I give him an 8 as well. So I thought him and Thomas Partey really got that midfield under wraps, and that was a platform with which we could have to keep going and all
Yeah.
those shots and probing, but put them under so much pressure. I think it was key. I give Xhaka an 8.
Yeah, exactly. Tim. He played the ball forward so much in that last 20 minutes, and the other thing too is he won the second ball a lot.
Picked it up, yes.
You know
that second ball up, so important.
Yeah, I mean, that was when Saka didn't have the best game. The youngsters didn't. The senior players tonight
stepped up, showed them the way. This is the way it should be, Sophie. But you know what, Sophie? Finally, we get that.
Yeah, exactly.
Finally. What do you rate him, Xhaka?
I'm going to give him an 8, Kev.
Yeah.
That guy, remember the first half? We're talking about it, but we prefer to think about what happened in the second half as well.
Listen, we
guy.
know what happened in the first half, but remember the game is 90 minutes, so we're one down. Wolves were in the ascendancy. Wolves were a yard quicker than us in the first half a lot of the time, and we just couldn't knit it together. I said that at the start.
Yeah.
But the key is how you go in halftime and how you respond.
Exactly.
And we responded as a team, and we kept knocking on that door, didn't we?
Exactly.
Kept knocking on that
exactly, door. Kev. Exactly. 1,015 of you in live chat right now.
Listen, I still want 600. I still want 600. Tell me when there's 600 likes, and then I could ask for some more. Come on, let's hit that. Take the head off, Soph. Do a Vinny, everybody. Just hit the like button. And if you like what happened at Burnley yesterday, Sophie does have, I must say, Sophie does have a massive bar bill coming in from Burnley. Hit that like button. 620 now. There you go.
Siraj.
So let's get to 750. Come on, people. Let's get to 750 now.
Typical athlete and mentality of a winner. Always moving that cone. You went 5 yards. Okay, let's do another 5 yards.
Sophie, you win. You go again.
Yeah.
You get to your goal. You don't just sit there and think, oh, love. No, you move on. 750, guys. Come on. Keep letting me know.
We're all giving you the updates now.
Keep letting me know. I'm going to keep demanding because I'm buzzing about that tonight.
4 a.m.
Sophie?
in Mumbai, Kev. We got listeners from all corners of the earth. Thank you so much for joining us. You guys are great. Right, who's next, Kev?
Martin Ødegaard, Sophie.
Oh, God. How much time do we have?
Martin Ødegaard, Sophie.
How much time do we have? I just want to do we did a play profile on him. I'm thinking about just doing a show where I get some silk out and I just caress it like this.
Velvet and silk.
Velvet and silk. Yes, Kev. Hello, Martin.
Smooth.
I don't know how to say hello in Norwegian, but hello. You are special. Thank you for coming to our club and for choosing us. We chose you, by the way, but thank you. Welcome to the Arsenal again.
We rescued him, so.
We rescued you from that place called Madrid. Kev, you know what? I had Benjamin, I had Xhaka, I had Partey. For me, this guy, please give him the captain's armband. For me, he's just special. Do you tell me how special he is?
Well, I've said it so many times, Sophie. Said it at the weekend as well. A lot of the people who, when he first came, weren't sure about him. And I said he's a fine player. One thing he's economical with the ball, Sophie. He's a schemer, and he's a left-footed schemer. There's a left-footed schemer who grafts. So that's very, very, very hard to find. A left-footed schemer who grafts as well. And this boy, he's not captain of his country for nothing, Sophie. I'm telling you now, he's not at such a young age. He's such a great player on the ball. But you know what? We didn't really have that thrust that we would have liked from Saka or Martinelli. But you know what we had? We had his probing, and we kept asking questions. Even when Martinelli went off, we kept asking questions. Even when we changed shape, he was the catalyst for Partey to give him the ball, and he started to get himself in advanced situations. Had one where he's bent one for the top corner and he's just missed the goal. But his football brain, Sophie, the guy he is such a smart footballer. And as a footballer, when I watch him, I just think to myself, the moment we get a striker who relies on his movement, he is going to get a lot of goals with this guy. I swear to you, Sophie. He's so excellent. He's
going to get so many assists. It's going to be ridiculous how many he actually gets. I can't even keep up with all. I'm loving seeing more positive comments tonight about Odegaard.
Yes.
He will get giddy. Kev doesn't get giddy. He just spits facts.
Here's the great thing, Leon, what I will say to you. I was saying this about Odegaard when everybody was saying he ain't good.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him. I know what this guy can do. And it's quite ironic that he's starting to really make this team tick. You know, at the top end of the pitch. We ain't where we want to be at the top end of the pitch at times. But now a lot of people are seeing the quality and the calmness that this player possesses. He's excellent. So I thought he was 8.5 tonight. I've got to say. I thought he was brilliant.
Can I say, by the way, thanks to the Norwegians in the house as well who have taught me how to say it's hello. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's literally with an A instead of an E. Kev, we've told you guys before, Kev covered La Liga a season ago and saw him play up front for Real Sociedad a lot. And he was like, we need to sign this guy. And I know that a lot of people haven't been convinced by him, but I tell you something. Oh, and hi. Yeah, that's right. That's what I was thinking of, Ronnie. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ronnie.
This from a slick view, a bargain. Think about this, Gooners. Not that we want it to happen, right? But after the summer. What would Tomiyasu go for now in the summer transfer window? Ben White? Gabriel? Not Gabriel because he didn't come in the summer, but you know what I mean. Ramsdale? Odegaard?
Hold on, Toph. Don't forget Tierney. Tierney's young. We bought him.
No, but what I'm talking about the summer signings versus what came before.
As you're going through, we're talking about but we're talking about the profit.
Yes.
So say Tierney. We bought Tierney for 25 million. What would he go for now?
Exactly. I mean, forget Saka and Emil Smith-Rowe and Martinelli and their youth and what they could bring in the market and stuff like that. But when
they're multi-millions. Come on, they're multi-millions.
Yeah, but I mean, this is what I love. And guys, it's so good to feel like that passion at the end of it. We'll talk about that a little bit. I'm getting carried away. But the passion and the love to fall in love with the team again. I'm going to admit something. I cried at the end of today's game. There, I said it out loud. I shed a tear. I phoned my cousin George, and
who was buzzing, of course.
Who was buzzing?
Was he there?
He was there, and I had a little tear, and we just were like, man, you know. Anyway, that's it. I cried when I saw Lacazette. Let's move on, Kev. Who's next? I'm going to cry again.
You haven't given Odegaard a mark.
9.
And he's
I
your
think
man
I
of the
just
match.
made him
isn't
man
he?
of the match.
Yeah, man of the match. Right, let's look at Bukayo Saka.
Not his best game, Kev. I think I grabbed the old pornographic spam. Thanks everyone for giving me the old heads up. There's 1,120 of you in live chat right
What's
now.
the number of squaddies? What's the number of likes?
Yeah, give us an update, everyone.
We
Give
need
us an update.
750 and then we move on.
We've passed 750. I think we're close to 800. So, yeah.
Well, let's hear it from the squaddies. How much we on?
Yeah. Tell us. Suraj. Tammy usually gives us the count, but I'm not sure if she's in the house tonight.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bit wasteful with the ball tonight, Kev. Again, just need that consistency a little bit more with his decision making in the final third, when to release the ball, when to shoot the ball. Sometimes he just tries too hard. And I like that he always tries to push it through, but sometimes he just tries to put a square peg in a round hole. And it wasn't his best game, and I thought he was one of the weakest links tonight. So for me, he gets a 6.5.
6.5. Sophie, one thing I will say, Wolves don't have this defensive record. 8-12, let's give me 850. Thank you, Matthew. Give me 850. Wolves don't have this second best defensive record for no reason. That's because they are disciplined at what they do. And at what Wolves make sure they do, they made sure Saka does not beat us.
Mm-hmm.
Saka doesn't beat us. So they will double team him. They will stop the supply to him. They will bump him. They will buffet him. This is all part of the learning curve for Bukayo Saka, how to get over the line. We saw him move from the right to the left after Pepe came on. They switched, etc. The fact of the matter is, Sophie, this is a young man who's still learning his trade, who is a superstar at our club. Let's be honest, he's a young superstar.
100%.
But do you know the one thing that I always give him credit for, Sophie?
Effort.
He never hides. He always has a goal. Always. And do you know what? When he has a goal, that still keeps the defense honest. That keeps the defense honest. Do you know what? I'm going to give Saka a 7 because I just think it's easy to say, oh, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. We're playing against one of the best defenses, and in the end, we broke them down.
He even when he's having a poor game, he takes defenders with him, and he opens up spaces for other players in the team, Kev. And I think, but I do believe, and I agree with Andy, we have to hold him to the same standard as Pepe. I know he's having a little bit of a giggle with it, but he wasn't the best, JJ, and he still produced. Kev, do you think he works? Do you think he works extra after? You know how Pepe was working extra after he was dropped and stuff. I would love to know if Saka works a little bit extra on his shooting after
100%,
practice.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I can guarantee you, Sophie, Martinelli, Smith Rowe, Saka, Lacazette, Pepe, Erdegaard, all those guys do extra. Mikel Arteta and that coaching team know that being clinical is going to be so important. It's going to be so vital.
I see what you mean about, and what a lot of people are just putting into chat, Kev, about how he's so suffocated by the opposition that then when he shoots, where's the ball going to go? 9 times out of 10, it's going to hit someone, right?
Yeah.
And I agree, Bonzo. This is what worries me. We've got 14 more cup finals left now. And
hey, look tired. We've had 3 weeks off before Saturday's game, and now we got another break. Don't give it. Listen, they've been swanning it up in Dubai, having a rest. Let's not forget all that tiredness. They were just a bit sharper than us in the first half. We addressed it, and we took over in the second half, Sophie.
Yeah.
Let's not be talking about tired. I know he's young, and maybe he can get tired closer to the end of the season after we start playing back-to-back games. And this was kind of back-to-back, but we played Saturday, and now it's Thursday. Come on.
And you know, I always have to bring this picture out.
This is a lovely picture, isn't it?
I'm going to find a different one, you guys, but I just can't take it. All right, who's next, Kev?
Gabriel Martinelli, Soph, who came back into the team.
Yeah, Gabby, sweet Gabby, who was in the news a lot this week talking about how Manchester United had the opportunity to sign him 4 times. He also raved about the manager, which some Arsenal fans were talking about, how it was a PR move and stuff like that. Players aren't
PR.
Yeah. You know how that goes, Kev. I thought Martinelli again. And it's not a slight on these guys. You guys know how much we love them. Didn't have his best game. I'm gonna grade him the same as Saka. These guys have been our saviours and have led the team and put the team on their shoulders. And today it was so nice to see the senior players be the ones that did the reverse, Kev. Again, the same with Gabby.
Finally.
Yeah.
This is what we
6.5.
want. Yeah. So if I agree with you, I think 6.5. I think Martinelli, I think when we played Wolves down there, Martinelli done all right, but he didn't have his greatest game and then get sent off. And obviously this game, again, it's one of those defenses, Sophie, that's experienced, that's smart, and they're tough. And they're going to ask a different question to young players, to try and unlock them. So we really, we're coming to the meat of how we got through. But I think when we adjusted and made them think a lot more, we got more opportunity.
Definitely.
So listen, I rated Martinelli 6.5. I thought it took him a little bit of time to get going. I thought he's one of them who worked hard as well.
Yeah.
But he's just coming back into the team. He didn't look the same, but that's not necessarily down to his bad play. It was down to good defense. They were a good defense who we didn't breach until the 82nd minute. So, we've got to give them some credit.
Yeah. And second best defense after City in terms of conceding goals. So, not easy.
So, again, Odegaard's got his part to play and he will get bigger chances moving forward. That's for sure. So
awesome. All right. Who's next?
Captain Fantastic, Sophie. Alexander Laka, much maligned Zet.
I'm just wondering where Curtis Shaw is right now. Anyone seen Curtis Shaw? Who was
Hold on.
Who was ripping our boy, Alexandra Lacazette. Everybody was having
who
a
I
pop
thought
at him.
had a good game as well. So
did I, Kev.
I thought he really had a good game today.
From a striker point of view, you tell me. They'd rather hear from you than me on this one. From a fan point of view, I'm like, this guy, if he works any harder, he's going to pass out. I mean, he was unbelievable. And I felt like his chances weren't clear-cut chances, barring
clear.
2. There were half chances, Kev.
And the one where, the 1 second half where he's made the goalkeeper touch it round the post for a corner.
Yes.
I thought that was a good connection he made. I mean, there was one time where he was tackling Martinho in the left back spot. By the going out for a throw in our left hand corner. He's the number 9. So again, the way he knits the ball, the way he knits the team together, the way he actually uses his body, turns defenders, helps us be that platform going forward. I think nobody can question. The only thing that anybody really questioned about Lacazette was, Sophie, he doesn't get enough goals. He needs a goal. He needs a goal. He needs a goal. But you know what, Sophie? He got the goal. Oh, no, by the way, Curtis has turned up.
I didn't even know he was in the chat, and I went all the way down to the bottom, and I just saw Curtis, and he's telling me to behave.
Well, you see, but listen, again, Curtis, you behave. He played well. He led the line fantastically against a stubborn defense. And remember, most of the time, Lacazette is usually off the pitch by then, Sophie.
Yes.
Gets on, 95th minute. That win, we're hoping, could prove to be another peg in the hole for us. Because you know what? If we'd have lost that game, you could imagine what people would have been saying.
Yeah.
I loved the way he worked. And you know what? Rounded off with that winning goal. Just to shut the Curtis Shaws of this world up. love it.
I sent a note to James Johnson. I said, all I want is for Lacquer to score to shut people up. And beforehand, I said to Marky Mark, I go, Lacquer's going to score 2. And then Arsenal Lounge tweeted me and they were like, you're crazy, come on. But he could have got a hat-trick tonight. It was just, Kev, as a striker, his response after, the emotion that came out, it was just beautiful. I loved it.
Sophie, it's relief because you know what? It's not as if he's not been getting in positions. On Saturday, he nicked a goal, but he was just offside. And he's probably thinking to himself, what do I need to do to get a goal? You know, we could have had a penalty at the weekend, wasn't given. And he's thinking, I just need one. But you know what? Matthew, you're right. Wise old head. He kept going. He recognized, Sophie, who we've got on the pitch and how we can dovetail with them. All of a sudden, there's a little bit more room for him because he doesn't get that 2 defenders on him. Now it's 1v1. He gets away. It's it. We go in and we win the game 2-1, Sophie. Beautiful, beautiful moment for him. I'm so pleased for him.
Yeah.
Beautiful moment.
And Kev, the other thing too, I agree, and we're going to get to that some bloke because a lot of you are talking about the team and everyone deserves the same score. Here's what I love, and Arsenal fans, how many times have we wanted players, whether they've wanted to stay or leave the club, to just be professional, right? They're still being paid handsomely. They're still playing for the club and wearing the shirt. We'd all give our lives to play for the Arsenal. Just one game up front. Kev's done it. Like, Lacazette has behaved so wonderfully as a professional, as a leader on and off the pitch. He's never cussed the club. He's never gone after Arteta.
Complained, does he?
He's never complained. And we all know what's coming. And he's still acting like he's going to be there for 10 years, Kev. I mean, I can't say enough good things about him. Of course we want him to score more goals. Of course. But when you have that, and you saw how the team responded to him, that is massive in these last 14 games of the season as well.
100%. You know what, Sophie? A couple of games ago, we were talking, against Wolves. You remember? That was 16 games. Obviously, play at the weekend. There's 15 games. Play tonight. It's 14. There's 14 left. It's the big countdown for us, Sophie. We need the experienced players second half of the season to really step up for us. And we know there are some real big games coming, Sophie. They're all massive games, aren't they?
Yeah.
But you know what? This one feels a little bit special because of the way it was done and the way Lacquer responded and the way Lacquer got the winner for us. I think it's huge for him. It's huge for his confidence. And you know what? Wouldn't it be nice to see Lacquer go on a run now to help us get that top 4? Listen, I'm giving Lacquer 8.
Me too.
Tonight. I'm giving him an 8. I thought he was excellent. I thought his all-round play was good. I thought there were times against, again, that strong defense, Sophie. I thought there were times where he was taking us up the pitch on his own. He turned his defender and he'll get through. And there were like so many people on him. He was getting fouled outside the box constantly. And some the referee didn't give, who I thought were some of the decisions by the referee was absolutely atrocious. But look, it's not about the referee. It's about this Arsenal side.
Thank God that we went on to win that game after that horrible, horrible non-call in the first. What is this with the first 25, 30 seconds in a game? If it's a foul, if it's a penalty, Kev.
It's a foul. It's a foul. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. It's ridiculous. But again, Sophie, we are not going to rely on them officials. We've got to make sure we take it out of their hands. We've got to defend properly. We've got to have that platform midfield, and we got to get our noses in front at the top end of the pitch and win these games, Sophie. So do you know what? So the referee does not influence how we are, because that's what we have to do. So important.
Well said. Absolutely well said. All right. Who's next?
Nicola Pepe.
Been waiting for this moment. All 1,070 of you in live chat right now. I said on this show several times in the last 3 weeks that he could be our trump card for the rest of the season, that he deserves a chance. And on the tactical squad, we talked with James and Josh about, or James and I certainly were like, he's unpredictable and what he can do. Kev did not say that he didn't want Pepe to start. He just didn't agree that he should be playing down the middle because of the physicality and how he is on the flanks. But what you did say, Kev, is if he shows that he wants to be there and that he puts in the effort and he comes on and he has good displays, he deserves every chance like every other player.
100%. Look, Nicola Pepe's talent is unquestioned. It is unquestioned. The application sometimes, Sophie, is what sometimes gets leveled at him. It gets questioned. But you know what? Even at the weekend, we saw him come on with vitality. He came on with a hunger, and I love to see it. I love to see it. Thanks, everybody. 878 in the chat. Let's get 900. Come on. Let's get 900.
I love this shot, Kev. Can you see me? Hello?
Yeah, oh no, hold on. Where's the detractors? Where's the detractors? Look, so again, him coming on with that attitude, the right attitude, makes this team very dangerous in the last 20 minutes. Because all of a sudden, Wolves have got more to worry about. They've got somebody who can dribble. They've got somebody who can finish. And I must say, Sophie, didn't he take his goal well?
What a beautiful goal.
He took his goal well. But again, the next person who we're going to discuss, who's been much maligned, many people have said he shouldn't be coming on. If it weren't for him, Pepe doesn't score. So, Nicola Pepe, absolutely fantastic. Brilliant to come on and score. I'm giving you an 8, Nicola Pepe. Well done, young man. Absolutely brilliant.
Wesbird, a little bit, una poquito, because I failed miserably at my other stuff in the last 2.5 weeks. So I'm going to milk the Pepe thing as much as I can. Kev, he gets an 8.5 for me. And you know why? He changed the game when he came on. And MK, we love what you put. MK put this together for us from Arsenal Los Angeles. Pepe, don't preach, everyone. Come on. Love
Pedro, you're right. Make 950 then, Pedro. Let's get them going. Come on.
Harlux is the 900th
900. So let's go 950. Come on, boys. Let's get there. Boys and girls, let's do it.
All right, Kev.
8.5. No, that's Sophie. This guy can be a secret weapon for us. 100% he can. 100% he can. If he's coming on with that attitude,
yep,
we're flying. We're flying.
All right.
Eddie Nketiah, Sophie.
Cool.
The much maligned Eddie Nketiah.
The much maligned. So I've got the Xhaka, Can You Hear Me? And of course, we had the Lacazette, Can You Hear Me? We have the Pepe, Can You See Me? And this evening, we've got the Nketiah. Why don't you just phone me?
Just call me, man. Just call me. Was that aimed at you, Soph? Just call me,
yes, because I've ripped.
See,
this is why I'm waxing lyrical about my Pepe, because I've ripped Eddie to shreds. So Kev, over to you.
No, Soph. I'm pushing it back across to you. I want to hear what you've got to say.
Listen,
first.
You know me. I speak my truth. Credit where it's due. He came on and he affected the game. Mm-hmm. He had an effect on the game, and he hasn't done that a lot in the Premier League. And in a time where our substitutions had to come on and affect the game, they absolutely did. And I got a lot of text saying, why is he taking Gabriel Martinelli off when Pepe came on? Why isn't he taking this? Why isn't Lacazette coming off? Wow. So you have to also be as loud in your praise as you are in your criticism.
Yes.
And Eddie, for me today, gets a solid 7.5. He came on. He did a really good job, Kev. So, there.
Did you say that through gritted teeth then?
It tastes like vinegar. Bless him,
Listen,
though. I mean, he's a good kid.
Listen, one thing he's not, he doesn't complain or anything like that. And let's be honest, he did come on and helped the team get over the line. He really did help. Listen, if people forget and just look at Pepe's goal, you look at the work that Eddie Nketiah done to fashion that chance with the reverse pass to Pepe in the box. He still had to finish it, but it doesn't happen if he doesn't get to the byline and get that reverse pass. going. So that's brilliant. Some of his work was excellent. Some of his tracking back was excellent. Listen, Eddie Nketiah, for me, I agree with you. He was a 7.5 tonight, Sophie. We did change the system, obviously, to get these guys
Yeah.
on the ball to be able to challenge that Wolves back five, say. That's why they were brought on to affect them, and he did. So
I
7.5.
I love the faces on the Wolves players when that goal went in, Kev. It was
Oh,
just glorious.
I was looking for Neves. I was looking for Neves. That's where Pepe's look like. Where's Neves? Where is he? And Nuno's last. So, who obviously he came on pretty late.
But I'm still going to put his picture up. Nuno, came on, did a job, get Tierney off. He did his job. Got kicked in the balls, did Tierney, in that game as well, Kev, by the way. Forgot. Oh, it was painful, that one. It was studs in as well. It looked really
Jacobs.
painful. Oh, yeah. The crown jewels hurt.
The Jacobs.
Came on, did a solid job, Kev. I mean, I'm not sure how we can mark him, but
I'm giving him a 6.
Let's do it.
I'm buzzing. I'm giving him a 6. I don't care. He's getting a 6.
Perfect.
Well done, Nuno, for even just coming on. Brilliant 6.
All right, awesome stuff. And there was a great quote that a listener put up from Tierney talking about how coming through a game like that is massive, and playing as a collective, is massive. And so, yeah, if you guys have any quick comments, quick quotes for us from the gaffer, put it in, because right now, Kev, over to you. We're going to have
What about the gaffers, Mark?
Well, I have a picture of him too. It's a good one, though, you guys. I'm not going to be like cheeky or anything like that. Look at that. Hey! It's almost as big as him, Kev. You've held that.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it's a sweet one. That cup is a sweet one.
Do you know what, Kev? I actually think it's other than the European Cup, which I still call it the European Cup. The Cup Winners' Cup is beautiful. All the European trophies are. That FA Cup is really beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, it is, Soph. And you know what? When you're up close and personal to it, there's a mystique about it. Because, as a kid, growing up watching it, and, it played such a big part in your life, didn't it? Watching the replays and then the teams going to Wembley and etc., walking up the famous steps at Wembley to pick the trophy up. I think it's still got that mystique, and it's still the best club cup competition.
I love it.
Domestic one in the world. It really is.
Special. Run with Cows. Good to have you. Tierney said to Amazon Prime, there are no better games in football. They are the kind of games you watch as a wee guy, and to be part of it is brilliant. I'm not going to do it in a Scottish accent. I thought about it for 20 seconds and then realised how garbage my Scottish accent actually is. We're going for 1K. We're close. Come on, guys. Bring us there, because we're going to duck out soon here. Kev? I'm going to swallow another pill right now. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
I thought Mikel Arteta's substitutions were probably the best substitutions he's made all season in terms of timing and choice. Now, some people say, a manager gets lucky. A manager doesn't substitute players wishing that he's going to get lucky with something. He makes substitutions based on players that he believes after a week of training can go in and affect the game.
Affect the game, yeah.
And I have to say that he got those spot on today. And for that, Mikel Arteta gets a big, fat, juicy 8 from me. Tomiyasu injured. Emil Smith-Rowe injured. We got 14 cup finals. We had a poor first half. Clearly, the team got together in the half time. Whatever he said, whatever they said to each other, whatever they did, the gaffer deserves an 8 today. Great substitutions. Well done. Oh God!
I agree with you, Mark. Hold on. Drink some Perrier, will you?
Bougie.
Drink some Perrier, bougie girl. Drink some Perrier. For me, Sophie, look, we've seen him make decisions like this before, and it hasn't paid off. So when he gets it right, he's been much maligned before, But when he gets it right, we've got to give him the credit, haven't we? The key was, Sophie, this, as I said at the start, I think this was our best win of the season. Why? Not because we didn't play great, but we had the tenacity, desire, and the mentality, the tenaciousness to go and keep going, equalize in 82, and then go and win it in 95? That's the signs of a team who want it. We wanted it more. And Sophie, there ain't a lot of times we say we wanted it more than the opposition, but we wanted this win. And we got it. And the substitutions really helped us get across the line. Ask them many different questions, and, you know, fair play. Fair play to the manager and the boys, because it is all about the players, Sophie. I've said it once and I'll say it again. When them players cross that white line, it's all about them getting the result and working it out, Sophie.
Yeah.
And they did.
And you know what, Kev? I think what I want to give him credit for is learning from some of his mistakes, i.e. the Manchester United game at Old Trafford. I bet he looks back on that one and thinks we should have gone for it. We should have closed that game out. I should have not been as conservative. And in this game at home, he could have easily said, okay, you know what? We've got games in hand. We'll get the point. We'll go away. And we're still in the driver's seat. But oh no, he changed the formation as well, which a lot of people in chat are also talking about. And you mentioned at the top of the show and then.
Yep.
And he went for it. And I think that shows the trust in the players that has been built, you know. And I just think you've got to give him credit. And this is why I want fans to see that this isn't about flip-flopping. I've always tried to explain in that I say what I see in every game. And I've given him credit a lot for some of the good things he's done. And I've given him a lot of criticism, but I think at times where it's been well-deserved. But right now, I just don't think anyone who's like Arteta out can validate that with what we're seeing on the pitch.
You think so?
I mean, you know, look, the proof will be in the May pudding, Kev. I don't want to overlord what's happening.
This was an important win for us, wasn't it? It was an important win for our football club, especially after the results of the weekend, etc. Results this week, results yesterday, etc. You know, just to make sure we jump and we're closer, because we've got games in hand. But Sophie, we've discussed it before. It's no point having games in hand if you're going to mess those games in hand up.
Yeah. These are the games we had to win. The two Wolves games and the Brentford game, because we've got Chelsea, Liverpool, West Ham, Man United, the North London derby coming up. Talk about win the games that are winnable, and then, you know, like
all the ones that are winnable
against the others.
The ones that are winnable, get the 3 points in them. All the big games, we know you can, and it can go either way. But if you take something from those games, you're going to be close.
Yeah. Well, look, that Mr. Bungle, that was a feel-good factor game for the last minute.
Finally.
You know what? Winning in added time like that was just spectacular. Kudos once again to all of the fans who made the Emirates loud and proud today.
The
just
fans
brilliant
were brilliant
stuff.
as well. Brilliant.
And
you could hear them.
Kudos
Absolutely
to
brilliant.
all the fans. At one point, we had 1,120 of you in live chat from South Africa to New Zealand and, you know, Egypt and Algeria and India and Nepal and
brilliant.
every place. And to our listeners who are in a certain part of the world right now that is going through a very tough time, we love you. We're here for you. We're here for Gooners from all around the world. We always want to send everybody like peace and love, and we love the harmony we have on our show here, Kev, and the fact that we can all kind of come together and talk about our beloved club.
Listen, when you have days like this, we've got to enjoy it, everybody. We've got to enjoy it, because you know what? We've been here after match late at night for some, early morning for some, evening for some, where it's been dour. And a lot of the time last season, do you remember, Sophie? We were coming on and we were battling and all that. Doesn't it feel so much nicer to come on and we got good things, we got positivity to discuss? We could even have a crack at Curtis, can't we?
I love it.
Curtis,
He's a good sport. Curtis is a good lad.
He's a great lad. Curtis is a great lad. But Arsenal winning, so we could rib each other. We could have a bit of fun. But the most important thing is the boys going out on that pitch and doing the business. And that's what this is all about. So, do you know what? I salute the team. I salute the football club. I salute the manager. I salute all you fans who support Arsenal, because this is what it's about. We want to get back where we believe we belong. It's been a long time getting there, but I believe we're on the right track. South London, Brixton, done one. In the O's.
Everyone's letting us know. We've got Bulgaria, Thailand,
Fantastic.
Bristol in the house. We got Brixton in the house. We've got a lot of great listeners from all over the universe.
Did you just see that Telpodence and Neves, if you can't beat us, join us? I like them two players. I really like.
I do too. They're good players, Kev.
Podence is going to be an absolute star.
Yeah, totally. By the way, some people wanted me to do this if we won, Kev. A little bit of one of these. My Austin Powers, terrible.
Some people have some right fetishes, don't they? I mean, come on.
Oh, we got Taiwan, we got Essex.
Good night, Taiwan, Essex.
Keep putting them up.
Keep putting them up, everyone. You might get us for another 5-10 minutes if you keep it going.
We're 25 away from 1,000 likes, Kev. 25.
Well, look, keep it going, because you might get us for another 10 minutes if we get 1,000 in the next.
And here's what you need to do, everyone. If you still want to talk about the game and you're still buzzing and you can't sleep, or if you're up and it's, daytime still where you are, go join our good friends over at the Gooners podcast, Magic Mike. For the open mic. You can go in and have your say, have a chat, talk to Magic and the gang over there. Such good guys. Go do that. Go say hello and give them a shout and join them in the chat as well. Essex, oi, oi, yeah.
Oi,
Who
oi,
doesn't love a bit of Essex? Kev, I'm so happy I want to do my white girl overbite.
Oh, God, jeez.
We got 9 more. Come on, everyone, 9 more. Let's do
Sophie,
it.
they're gonna. I want a video. I want a photo of that. By the way.
Don't get me doing the sprinkler, Kev.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Jeez. Love it.
Oh
9
my
more.
God.
Come on.
Everyone.
Give us 9 more, and you might get.
We need 7. We need 6. We need 6, and then we're going to go. Kev's going to close the show, but we are going to be back tomorrow night with Kev Says, and I tell you, Kev's going to. Yeah.
By the way, I like to do this before the games. Remember, so the questions actually are still valid.
This is going to be interesting then.
It's going to be an interesting one. The questions are still valid. So there you go.
Woo! We did it! Yeah! You guys smashed it! Woohoo! Absolutely brilliant. Yes, even Vespa's excited down here. Hi, Vessi. Brilliant stuff, you guys.
Love that. I absolutely
brilliant.
love it.
Brilliant. All right, Kev, why don't you close us out?
No, I'm not going nowhere yet, Sophie. They got us for another couple of minutes. Yeah, come on. We've got the 1K now. I'm going to stay. Can I just say as well, Sophie, that obviously now that Pepe and Nketiah came on and made a difference, we got our top scorer, Emil Smith-Rowe. Obviously, he's not well, so we wish him well, don't we? Now we're starting to get a little bit of a squad kind of together. Aren't we? We're starting to get a little bit of a squad together where everybody's playing their part. I think it's really important for us between now and the end of the season that everybody realizes what we can achieve.
And we know, Kev, that we still need improvements. So where can we go when we do get a prolific striker? You know, when even our midfield is enhanced, when we get backups in certain, like who's going to be Tomiyasu's backup? Is he going to compete the same way Nuno gave and lit a fire under Tierney's? You know,
that's what we need.
You know,
what we need is, however the manager changes the team, we are still as strong. That's what happens with a lot of the big teams. You can compete. No matter where you go, Sophie, you can compete anywhere in the Premier League. That's where we've got to get to.
yeah,
That's really important. So
totally agree. Suraj got his grandma to sign into YouTube to hit the like button.
Lick the like button. Love that, Suraj. Oh, God bless you, man. Nice
Brilliant.
one.
Listen,
and respect to
brilliant.
Grandma.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely great. All right, Kev. We got Kev Says tomorrow night. We'll also be on Albert's channel or at 7 p.m.
7, yeah.
Kevin and I. So you could have a little bit of a double bill. Albert's really great. He's a new voice in the Arsenal podcasting world. Super smart. Has a really good show going. Really intelligent. And we'll be joining him at 7. Lad. Then we'll have our show at 8. Kev, if I could hug you, I would.
Oh, I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you. But Sophie,
close us out.
No, I'm not going yet. I want enough. Sophie, I'm not going yet. Listen, we don't get the opportunity to. Well, I'm going to nick another minute here, squaddies, because you know what? We don't get the opportunity to enjoy these moments enough. So, you know what? We don't get enough opportunities to enjoy it. Do you know what, Sophie? I'm telling you, up until the 82nd minute, this podcast would have been a lot different, wouldn't it?
I promised myself I wasn't going to lose my shit, though. I called Tony and I said, look, it's bad. We're not winning. She goes, how long's left? And she goes, oh, there's plenty of time. I go, nah, we're not going to score. I text James and I said, we're not scoring.
You text me as well, didn't you?
I text you. I go, we're not scoring. It's not happening tonight.
But you want Lacazette to get one.
Yes.
And he did get one and we scored 2. So there you go. Sophie, we got to enjoy these moments. And you know what, squaddies? I'm having a bit of fun with Soph, obviously. But this means a lot to me because of the way the team done it. We had to be tenacious. We had to be tough. We had to be focused mentally. We had to bring some lads on to help us. But that's what having a squad is supposed to be. Mm-hmm. That's what it's about. So, do you know what? I'm proud of everybody connected with Arsenal tonight. I don't think I'm going to sleep. So
look, Mark's saying Super Kev time is worse than Sophie time, and someone just said you remind them of that scene. And this is the first time you go, you're not leaving. I pictured Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not leaving. No, I'm not leaving.
Everybody going crazy. No, and I know because what we want to do, we want to divert some of the squaddies across to Magic Mike.
Yes,
that would be fantastic. So, do you know what, squaddies? I've had more than another minute, so that's good. And listen, thanks to everybody for joining us. Thanks to everybody for putting their comments, engaging with us, putting your marks down, your player ratings. Curtis for jumping in, James Johnston, all the guys. You know, we got such a fantastic community on the Highbury squad. So thanks again for coming in. And you know what? The team done us proud today. Let's be positive at least. We know we ain't winning the league, but you know what? We've got a race on to try and put ourselves in a lot better position for a Champions League place to get this club moving in the right direction. And tonight was a key game. So you know what, squaddies? I'm going to salute you all. I'm going to salute the Arsenal. And you know what? I'm going to salute Sophie, the squaddies, and the Highbury squad. At ease, squaddies.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the discussion doors. The next stop is HIGHBURY SQUAD.